Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are safe and fine. Today we are going to study the first lesson of geography. Name of the lesson is Local Time and Standard Time. Before we start with our lesson, let's see what is local time in short so that you are not totally unaware of the concept. Local time. You know that all the places that are on the same longitude have the sun overhead at the same time. This time is called 12 pm or 12 noon. We have 24 hours till the next 12 noon. This is the local time of the place. As you can see in the slide, the vertical lines on the map are called longitudes. All the places which will be coming between two vertical lines will have the same time. Standard time. Standard time is the synchronization of clocks within a geographical area to a single time standard, rather than using solar time that is based on sun to establish a local mean time standard. It means all the places coming in one geographical area will have synchronized, means same timing in the clocks. This was just for your information, but geographically, how does this happen? The answer we will get after going through this lesson. But before that, let us recall what we have already studied previously. Let's recall. Why does the duration of day and night keep changing? Can you tell me the answer? Here is the answer. The change in the duration of day and night is caused by the rotation of the earth on its axis and revolution path around the sun. It means the earth itself is moving like a spinning ball, and while spinning it is also taking a big round around the sun. The next question is, how many longitudes can be drawn on a world map keeping an interval of 10 degree each? Longitudes, can you remember? In the last slide we have seen the vertical lines. So how many can we draw on a map? See the answer. 360 longitudes can be drawn on a world map keeping an interval of 10 degree E. Here is the next question. The apparent movement of the sun from east to west is a result of what? Answer. Earth rotates from west to east. This movement of the earth makes sun and the stars appear to move across the sky, rising in the east and setting in the west. Here I can give you an example. Imagine you are sitting in a bus. Your bus is moving forward, but all the trees, houses, mountains are moving backward. The same applies with the sun and earth also. Next question. What is the direction of the rotation of the earth? Very easy, I know. Earth rotates eastward from west to east. Can you see the next question? While the earth rotates, how many longitudes face the sun daily? So the answer is 36 longitudes face the sun daily. See the next question. At which longitude does the date change? You will say I don't know. Let's see. Date changes at 180 degree longitude. Let's go to the last two questions. How was the time measured in olden days? Answer. In the past, a common time measuring instrument was the sundial. A sundial consists of flat plate and a gnomon that cast shadow on the dial. Means the one which you can see like the needle of the clock. That is the gnomon which shows the shadow and clock determines the time. And the last question is, in the present times, what are the instruments used for time measurement? Today we have many of the instruments. So let's see which are them. Today, the usual measuring instruments for time are clocks and watches. For highly accurate measurement of time, an atomic clock is used. Have you heard atomic clock some days, children? It is a clock which uses hyperfine transitions for its timekeeping. Let's start with the lesson. Geographical explanation. We get up early in the morning, have breakfast. We go to school and we study in the afternoon. Play in the evening and we have dinner and go to sleep at night. We keep doing similar activities throughout the day. This is our regular routine. In olden days, people used to take help of various tools and natural events for the measurement of time. On the basis of observation, they divided the day into two parts, namely daytime and nighttime. From sunrise to sunset, daytime. From sunset to next sunrise, nighttime. So, what we see in this slide? First is our regular routine. The second, various tools and natural events for measurement of time. And next, daytime and nighttime. Ghatika Patra, a bowl with a small hole at the base which would float on a large water vessel. You can see in the picture a small bowl is there, and at the base of the bowl a small hole is there from which the water will pass into the large vessel. And the other one is sand timer. Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. During one rotation, one side of the earth is facing the sun. It gets brightness and the other side is in darkness. Thus we have day and night. Local time. As soon as the sun starts moving up in the sky after sunrise, the length of the shadow reduces. Normally, the length of our shadow is shortest at noon. As the sun moves towards the horizon in the afternoon, the length of our shadow increases again by evening. That says, as the sun moves up in the sky, the shadow will become smaller and smaller. And again in the evening, as the sun goes down and down, the shadow will become bigger and bigger. The noon time is the same at any given longitude across the earth, that is from North Pole to the South Pole. The time of a place is decided by the location of the sun in the sky, is known as its local time. The topmost part, as you can see in the image, is the North Pole and the bottommost is the South Pole. So, the time which is depended on the sun or the rays of the sun reaching that part of the place is called as local time. The regions lying between the polar circle and the poles, the daytime could be more than 24 hours depending on the season. Now you would ask me, how more than 24 hours? Have you seen how the earth rotates around the sun? In the sideways, it is rotating around. So all the side walls of the earth, all from all the sides the earth will get the sunlight, but the top place, just try to imagine or try to see the picture that the top and the sunlight does not have any connection. So the poles will get the sunlight only when the position of the earth is getting a bit tilted. Tilted means cross, little bit crossed. That time the poles will be getting sunlight. As a result, understanding the timing of sunrise, sunset and midnight at these places becomes very important. See now, every time day is there. So how we will come to know the time? At poles, the daytime and duration of day can last for months. As I said earlier, the sunlight or daytime can last for months also. So at poles at least we need a particular time. To tell the time of sunrise or sunset at poles, one has to consider the date. When the sun rises on a specific day, it moves around the horizon and therefore here the length of the shadow cannot be considered for telling the noon time. Horizon is the imaginary line where the earth and sky meets. Means when you see the sun in the sky at poles, okay, I am mentioning everything specially for the poles. At poles, when the sun is rising, it will be in the sky for almost 24 hours or for months. So it will be very difficult to consider the shadow or sunlight as the timing. Different longitudes have different timing for sunrise, noon and sunset. When it is noon in Mumbai, it wouldn't be same at Kolkata because Kolkata lies to the east of Mumbai. It would already be afternoon in Kolkata. Local time of a place on the earth's surface is determined with reference to its noon time. This implies that places on the same longitude have same local time. This means that all the places which will come in same longitude will have same time. But Mumbai is coming in different longitude, whereas Kolkata is coming in different longitude. So they are telling, though the places are in one country, their timing may differ. There is no difficulty when local time is used for a small area. When people living in a larger area across the different longitudes have to interact with each other, then using the local time could lead to a chaos and confusion. In such cases, using the local time is not convenient. Means local time using is suitable only till small area. When the area becomes big, we cannot use the same local time measurement for all the places. Longitudes lying to the east of any longitude are ahead of the time at that longitude, while those lying to the west are behind. As the distance between two longitudes increase, their local times also start differing. Means, as you can see in the picture, the longitudes are counted one on the other. As they are moving to the east, their time will be more than the particular time. For example, at first longitude, if it is 4 o'clock, then the next longitude it will be some minutes more than 4. Okay, and as the longitude goes to the left, that is west, there it will be less than 4. The timing to the east will be more than 4, that is 4:10, 4:15, anything, and the back side, that is to the west, it will be 3:50, 3:55, 3:45, something like that. You must be thinking, is it really possible to calculate the times of different places on the earth? Yes, it is possible. If we multiply the difference between longitude in degrees by 4 minutes, then the difference in the respective local times can be calculated. The difference in longitude can be known with the help of a globe or map. The local time of a place can be calculated with reference to the time at the prime meridian. Means local time we can estimate by using the prime meridian, that is center of the earth. Let's try to understand using an example. Here is the question. Mashhad, a town in Iran, is located on the 60° east longitude. When it is 12 noon at Greenwich, calculate the local time of Mashhad. First, try and understand the question. The question asks that Iran is located at 60° east, and Greenwich means prime meridian, which is 0°. So we have to calculate 0° and 60° difference, which gives 60. So answer. As we move towards the east of the prime meridian, the local time increases by 4 minutes for every longitude. So as the longitude will increase, it will be increased by 4. The difference between the longitudes of Greenwich and Mashhad are 60°. So that 60, when we are multiplying by 4, we will get 240 minutes, that is 4 hours. So now when it is 12 at Greenwich, it will be at 4 hours, that is afternoon 4 o'clock at Mashhad. Could you get it, children? We have to find out the longitude and then multiply by 4, and that many hours we will add to the original timing which was given to us. Standard time. Mumbai is located at 73° east longitude. Kolkata is located at 88° east longitude. Find the difference between the longitude of these cities. If the local time at Mumbai is 3 p.m., then what would be the local time at Kolkata? So children, These two things you have to find it out. Try to do the calculations and give me the answer. Okay. Geographical explanation. Both Mumbai and Kolkata are located in India but on different longitude. Their local times differ by an hour. So children, what is the difference between time of Mumbai and Kolkata? It is by 1 hour. Do you think this difference will make any difference in life of people? Yes, definitely it will make a difference. At one place it is 6 o'clock, so they are still sleeping. At other place it is 7 o'clock, they are ready to go to school. At some other places it is 9 o'clock, so the people must be already at office. So it is nothing in common. At one particular time, no person of the country is doing same work. There will be lack of synchronization in the routine activities of the country. As I said, nothing will be in a link. Nothing will be same anywhere in the country. Problems will emerge in carrying out daily business in the country. It will be also difficult to carry out the daily business in a country. Therefore, generally the local time at the longitude, which generally passes through the middle of the country, is deemed to be the standard time of that country. This standard time is used all over the country. Did you understand, my children? Standard time means the longitude of the center of the country. That time will be used for the whole country, because in one country all the places may have different time. So one particular standard time is used for the whole country. We have seen local time, then standard time of a country. How we come to know standard time of a country? The time which is followed by the center of the country is used for the whole country. And now, how is standard time used all over the world? With respect to business at global level, for compatibility between standard times of various countries, the world has been divided into 24 time zones. How many time zones? 24 time zones. Means total world time has 24 different slots. These time zones have been created with reference to the prime meridian itself. Means they have taken prime meridian as the center, and now the differences will be calculated on its basis. Normally, if the difference between the longitudinal extent of the country is less than 1 or 2 hours, only one standard time is considered for a country. It means if any country is having a difference of 1 or 2 hours, so only one time will be considered as the longitudinal time. Children, what we have seen in the last slide, that the world is divided into 24 prime zones. First point. Then second one, the prime meridian is used as the basis of making this time zones. And the third one, if any country is having a difference of 1 or 2 hours of time, then any one time is considered as standard time. But if the longitudinal extent, that is east-west extent, is more than that, then one standard time is not enough, and in such countries more than one time zones are considered. Means, for example, I can tell you, imagine a horizontal line. A horizontal line which is going from east to west. So what happens, any country which will be going in this horizontal form, it is very difficult to find out the longitude. Much of difference will be there in between this horizontal form. That's why during that time, more than one time zone is considered by that country. Indian Standard Time. The Indian Standard Time has been decided according to 82 degree 30 east longitude, which passes through Mirzapur near Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. This longitude passes through the middle of the country with reference to its longitudinal extent. The local time at this longitude has been selected as the standard time of the whole country. When the sun is directly overhead on this longitude, then it is assumed that it is 12 noon everywhere in India. Means the Indian standard time is decided according to the place. What is name of the place? Mirzapur. Where it is? Near Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh. Why it is selected? Because it is the longitudinal center of our country. So when it is 12 noon at Mirzapur, it will be 12 noon everywhere in the whole country. Got it, children? Universal Standard Time. For an international coordination between countries, the local time at Greenwich Mean Time, in England is considered to be the International Standard Time. The difference in standard time of various countries is calculated with reference to GMT. The Indian Standard Time is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of GMT. If it is 5 pm at Greenwich, then in India it would be 10:30 pm. Here it says that for international level coordination of time, the time of England is considered, and the difference between the time of England and India is 5 hours 30 minutes. Okay, children, this was all about our first lesson. Let us just refresh what we have studied. We have studied what is local time. Now we know what is the need to use local time. Next one, standard time, how standard time is calculated, and which is the method to determine Indian Standard Time. Thank you, children, for listening so patiently. Be ready for our next lesson, Interior of the Earth.